Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. Hopefully you had a beautiful day. The market was kind of up, down. We had a nice end of the day run though at the end. Nice end of the day run. Hopefully everybody's had a decent day. Decent day in the market. Decent day in the market. So, listen, I'm not gonna be with you too long. Got my little man right here, so we gonna rock out until he tell me I gotta get off. That's cool with you? So when he say you gotta get off there, that's when we gonna get off. And we gonna rock out till the end. But listen to us, check this out. Everybody, $100 a day. $100 a day trading stock option equals roughly around $25,000 a year trading stock options. So one time again, $100 a day equals roughly $25,000 a year trading stock options. Okay, and this is the thing about it. You say, Chris, it's 365 days in a year, so how is $100 a day trading stock options is $25,000? Great question, right? This is how it transpires, right? One second. What you talking about? What you talking about? All right. So here we go. All right. So there's roughly 250 to 251 trading days in an actual trading year, a calendar year. So remember, weekends and major holidays do not count as trading days because the market is closed. What's up, Orlando? See, how you doing? So there's roughly 250 trading days in the year for a trading calendar year, right? So if you can average, right? We're saying average now. We're not saying you're gonna make $100 every single day. We're saying on average, some days you might make 300, some days you may lose 200, some days you might make 1,000, some days you might lose 1,000, right? But on average, when it comes down to it, you average $100 a day. That $100 a day is $25,000 extra in your income coming in. So think about your previous income level, right? Where are you in your income level? Think about that. And now think about adding $25,000 to that income, okay? You know, you don't have to start a business. No, you don't have to go out there and sell a product to anybody. You don't have to go do any of those things. The only thing you're focusing on is, okay, let me make an average $100 a day trading stock options, and that's $25,000 a year. Now, let's keep going, though. Now, let's think about if you make average $100 a day, there's no difference from making $100 a day to making $200 a day, okay? Now, what's $200 a day? $200 a day is roughly $50,000 a year trading stock options, okay? It sounds easy, but it's not easy. It's definitely hard, okay? Trading stock options is not easy, all right? It gets easier as you go, but it's not easy, okay? Now, if you go to $400 a day, that's when you hit that $100,000 a year trading stock options, okay? $100,000 a year trading stock options. Now, the thing about it is this. People always ask the question, can I really do this, Chris? Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? How long does it take? All those things. What's going on, Mamba? No, I don't use Chime. I'm trying to get the man. I want to be insured. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. But yeah, so the thing about it is this. Can you actually do it? The answer is yes. Like I tell people when I'm trading, I truly make $100 in a couple seconds, couple minutes, right? But it's up to me if I take those profits, and I normally do not take $100 profit because my goal is anywhere from $500 to $1,000 a day. So I'm not taking $100 profit, okay? But for someone, like I tell people, I show you how to trade stock options while working your full-time job. I believe you should work your full-time job and get that cash flow coming in as long as possible, okay? As long as you feel like your body can withstand, right? As long as you feel like you're adding value into your life, I will continue with that full-time job and then make that decision and say, hey, do I want to quit my full-time job, right? Oh, Robin Hood. Okay, yeah, I didn't know what you was talking about, bro. What's up, Goddess Madonna? No, I use Thinkorswim. My platform that I use is Thinkorswim. Okay. I want to learn how to do stocks. Stone Cold. Type in the word webinar. I'm having a free webinar this Sunday. a free webinar this Sunday where I'm going to show you guys one of my strategies and kind of give you guys an introduction into stock market. And type in Mastermind if you want to learn learn how to trade stock options all together. Say, listen, I want to learn the skill set. Type in Mastermind. I have my next class is December the 4th through December the 8th, 5 days. How many of your students are profitable? It's kind of hard to say. It's kind of hard to say how many students are profitable. That's a great question, everybody. I'm going to address this question. So I got a question on YouTube saying how many of my students are profitable. Great question. I can't answer that question. The reason why I can't answer that question is because we're trading a lot of people. And I know some people has done absolutely nothing with the information that they learned in the class. Some people took the information and went crazy with it, right? And some people dibbling dabbling, going this, that, and the third. Crazy thing about it, I did a podcast. If you see that last podcast I was on Tech is the New Black. A lady was in the comments. She said, I took Chris's class last year, and it's been a game changer. I've never heard that woman. I've never heard of that woman a day in my life because she took the class, but I never heard of her after the class, right? From her after the class. And she told me she's making money, but I wouldn't have known that. I didn't know that unless she reached back out to me. So what I tell you is this: you have people that make money, and I'm sure it's people who say, okay, this wasn't for me. That's why I tell you, hey, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody, okay? Oh, Lunch 911, what's going on? He say a lot. He said a lot of them are profitable, so no, I love it. I love it. Was just watching my class bundle when you popped up. That's good. Watch those classes. I'm telling you, game changer, okay? So, yeah, I shoot it straight to you, everybody. It's no, I shoot it straight to you. It's no beating around the bush. Yeah, comment the word Mastermind. And we're going to make it happen. Take the space out. Stone Cold. But yeah, back to my point, though. $100 a day, everybody. $100 a day. If you learn this skill set and you learn how to make $100 a day, there's no difference from making $100 a day to making $1,000 a day. The only difference is you invest in more money. You invest more money. That's it. When you invest more money, you make more money, okay? So people are like, oh, Chris, how do you make $2,000-$3,000 in a day? The same way you make $3,000 in a day is the same way you make $30 in a day. It's the same way you make $10 in a day. It's the same way you make $5 a day. Nothing changes except for how much money you put into it. Is this for someone who is dead broke? For someone that is the questions on the table right now, is this for someone that is dead broke? If you are dead broke, I would say, no, this is not for you. The reason why I would say if you're dead broke, I mean, you have absolutely nothing in your pocket. I would tell you, listen, go get a job, right? Start saving some money out of your paycheck, make sure you take care of your household expenses, but save some money, and then get to a place where you feel comfortable with investing, because all investing comes with the risk, okay? What's up, man? You good? You good? Okay, so all investing comes with the risk, okay? So if you're dead broke, I would say no. How much money do you need to start in Thinkorswim platform? Oh, you start any amount. You can start with $100, $50, doesn't even matter. You start any amount. It doesn't even matter. I tell people to start trading like $500 to $1,000. You start trading with $500 to $1,000. I think that's a good number to get you started. But I know people who start with less money than that as well. Yeah, definitely takes money to make money. Definitely. How much do I need to make $100 a day if there's a particular stock I should trade? Well, I trade SPY all day, every day. SPY. I trade SPY. That's the S&P 500. QQQ is a great stock to trade as well. It's the ETF. It's the top 100 tech stocks. That's a great thing to trade as well. To make $100 a day, say, for example, if you got $1,000, right, and you make 10%. 10% is a good number. That gives you $1,000 a day. Okay? If you put 500 in, you got to make 20%. I mean, that gives you $100 a day. If you put 500 in, you got to make 20% to get $100 a day. Okay? So like I say, always $500 to $1,000. You okay? All right. You good? Okay, he good. He said he good. What exactly determines whether a stock is going to be going up, down? Like, what exactly? It's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Yep, current events, technical analysis. It's a lot. Understanding your technical analysis is very important. Very important to understand your technical analysis when it comes to trade stock options. Very important. Any other questions? Throw them questions out there. Any other questions? So with 500, right, what would you invest in right now? So think about this. We're trading stock options, so it's a tad bit different. So when you're trading stock options, like what would you invest in? We're not investing in that play for a year, or we're not investing in that play for 6 months. We're literally, if I got 500, I'm getting into trades probably for 15, 20 minutes and getting out. Okay, maybe an hour tops and getting out. I heard about SPY. I looked into it. Yeah, definitely. Take a look at SPY, everybody. SPY. I fell in love with SPY. I used to trade Amazon all the time, right? I used to trade Amazon all the time, and then I switched over to SPY, SPX, and I just go crazy with SPY. One stock, I look at one. Basically, I treat like I'm married, so my wife, right? I got one woman, and I treat the stock market like my wife. I trade one stock for the most part. Now I look at multiple stocks, right? I look at multiple stocks, but I truly but I focus whenever I press that button to get into a trade. I'm normally getting into a trade at getting in the SPY, SPY. So how can we find training apps? When you say training apps, what do you mean when you say trading apps? Okay, got you. Trading apps. So I use Thinkorswim. I mean, you can Thinkorswim, that's the platform I use to trade with. It works perfect for me. How was it kicking it with Gilly and Wallow? That's where I heard about you. Nah, it was dope, man. They crazy. I mean, well, not crazy. The same way you see them on TV is the same way they are in real life. Little King yawning away. Yeah, he a little sick. You see, y'all can hear this. Y'all can kind of hear him. You know, his nose kind of stopped up right now. All my kids got like sick right now, so I'm the lone ranger. My wife's sick too, so I'm been taking care of my wife, taking care of 4 kids, working a full-time job and trading stock options all the day. Ain't that right, man? Cause my daughter, she ain't sick. She the only healthy kid out of all of them. What's your stop loss percentage and your take profit percent? This is a great question, everybody. Ron just said something great, and we just discussed this in our class on Monday. So he said, "What is your take loss percentage, right? And your take profit percentage." Okay, so normally, if you ask somebody that question, they'll say, it's 10% stop loss, 15, 20% profit. I just love his drool. I love when it's drool on my face. I don't know why. I don't know. But anyway, so 10% 10% stop loss and 20% profit, right? A lot of people say that, or 30% profit, 15% stop loss. So this is why I tell people. Stop loss percentage is very, 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 very important. Very, very important. What's up, Bo? Bo is Thinkorswim. THINK. Thinkorswim is the name of the app. So it's very important. But this is how you look at it, everybody. This is very important. Listen up. This is a nugget. Very, very, very important. Listen up. When you're thinking about how much percentage you're willing to lose, if you say 10%, that's perfectly fine, right? But the thing is this. It's knowing where to get in at so your 10% is a valid 10%. Okay? So if I get into a trade, if I just get into a trade randomly and say I'm going to do a 10% stop loss, and next thing you know, do you do trailing stop profit? Trailing. I do normally just regular stop losses. Trailing stops, I like them, but I normally do regular stop losses. But back to my point. If you say I'm going to set a 10% stop loss and you set that 10% stop loss, but you set that 10% stop loss at a place where the market may go up when it hits that level, that was a horrible 10% stop loss. So what you want to do is you want to identify your entry point, okay? Identify your entry point, and once you identify your entry point, you set your stop loss, your 10% stop loss after your entry point, Okay, a stop loss is very important when you know when you're going to enter into your trade. This is how you get better at entries. I hear people all the time saying, "Hey, Chris, a guy called me tonight, say, man, listen, I feel like I'm struggling with my entries. I'm struggling with my entries." I say, listen, when you struggle with your entries, what you have to understand is this: your setting a stop loss is going to help you with your entries, because if you do not have a good entry, your stop loss is going to get stopped out, and the stock may go the way you want it to go, but you set a stop loss too close. Right? But now if you get tired of being stopped out all the time, what's going to happen is you're going to start identifying where your entry points are, and then you're going to set a 10%, 15% stop loss from your entry point. Okay? So understand your entry point first, and then set your stop loss and your profit taking area off of where you're going to enter it. Okay? I may do a YouTube video on that. Thank you, Chris. I took your course about a year ago. Couldn't afford the master class, didn't know what the stock was. The information I got changed my life. Just had my first profitable month. Let's go. I'm telling you, everybody on YouTube, they just posted that. That's crazy. Look right here. It's crazy, right? First profitable month, not first profitable day, not first week, first profitable month. Okay, and I tell people this is a skill set that takes time. It takes time. So I tell people 6 to 12 months. This is a skill set you can do every day for the rest of your life. You hear me? You hear your daddy talking? You like hearing your daddy talk? So it takes time. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. But congratulations, everybody. That is huge. A profitable month is huge. Very, very huge. I love it. I love it. I got to screenshot that sometimes. I don't even know. How do you screenshot on a MacBook, anybody? Anybody know how to screenshot on the MacBook? What buttons on the MacBook do you push to screenshot your screen? I have no idea. That's dope. This is what I'm saying. When the person asks how many of your people have been profitable, you don't know until people come back and tell you if they've been profitable or not. Which one is better, horizontal breakouts or trend line breakouts? Horizontal breakouts. So horizontal breakouts or trend line breakouts. I take either one of them. Personally, I like if you're saying horizontal, when you're saying more so about consolidation, when we have the market trading sideways, I like the sideways breakouts. I like the sideways breakouts more than the trend line, but I take either one of them. It doesn't matter to me. But I hope to answer your question. Shift Command 3 to screenshot. Shift Command 3. Dope. Something happened. My whole screen just went away. I don't know what happened with I don't think I need a screenshot. I think my whole screen just went away. Got to be more careful. I'm chomping at the bit to go live, but no, get her done. Be patient. Get her done. Get her done. Do not go live until after the mastermind. Okay? Get her done. Do not go live until after the December 4th through December 8th mastermind. I know you already started the mastermind, but I want you to come to the live mastermind. You know you get free access already. So come to the mastermind. Then after the mastermind, when you actually have that that Q&A time with me, you're with me live in that whole thing. You can hear it from my mouth and watch and see all those things in the mastermind. Then from there, that's when you entertain going live. Be patient. Do not rush into it. But you're too new to go live right now. Get her done. You're too new to go live. Yep, we got you. No worries. That's why I said be patient. We're going to make sure all that stuff taken care of. Look in the homework, though. Make sure you're looking at the homework one-pagers, get her done. The homework one-pagers, it shows you step by step how to set the screen up, okay? Step by step how to set the screen up. Any other questions? You good, man? You good? All right. Let's see. Any other questions? If I skipped over your questions, go ahead and repost it. Oh, somebody got a question. If I skipped over your question, go ahead and repost it. The one pager. So look in the portal, and when you see where it's in the portal, it says homework. When you open up that homework, it's a button that says click here. to download the homework or download the one pager, that's where it's at. That's where it's at. Yeah, everybody, if you want to learn how to trade stock options, comment the word mastermind. Comment the word mastermind is something that you want to do. If you want to learn how to trade stock options, comment the word mastermind for my next mastermind, December 4th through December 8th. It's going to be crazy. Crazy. This is the last one of the year, everybody. Last one of the year. Okay? So, back to what I was saying, though. That $100 a day, everybody, is definitely possible. Okay? It's definitely possible. Will it happen overnight? No. Reason why it's not going to happen overnight, for one, you're going to be too anxious. Okay? That first time you make $100, or the first time you make $100, you're going to be like, holy crap. You're going to be like, holy crap. Right? You're going to be like, holy crap, and you want to keep on doing it. How are you? I'm good. How about yourself? Yep, comment the word mastermind, and I will send the link to register for the mastermind. Mastermind is $297 for regular admission, $497 for VIP. And also, I'm having a free webinar this Sunday as well. So comment the word webinar, and I'll send you the link to join my free webinar. I'm going to show you I'm going to introduce you to stock options and things of that nature. Naba, it's you have to do it on my Instagram for the mastermind. If you're on YouTube, just look at my description box. In the description of this video, you will see the link. But what you looking at? What you see, man? What you glued in on? What you see? What button you looking at? Huh? What you see? Gotta love the kids, man. You gotta love the kids. Let's see. Any other questions before I jump out of here? Any other questions? Is there one site that has a list of options to trade? Is there one site that have a list of options to trade? For the most part, you can trade majority of stocks on the stock market. On the stock market. You can't knock the penny stocks and stuff like that, but there's a lot of stocks you can trade on the stock market. I don't think there's one. I'm sure it is probably somewhere, but I don't know where that list is at. But you can go into, if you go into Thinkorswim, they have it broken out in Thinkorswim as well. Good. I'm going to make the sacrifice to learn the skill this Christmas so the rest of my Christmas will be better. Hey, definitely understandable. Listen, 6 months to a year. I tell you, 6 months to a year. Like I showed everybody Pat White. Why do I keep saying Pat White? Pat White was a football player for West Virginia. Pat Lee. Right, my man Pat Lee. Like I showed you guys yesterday, he's been trading since March 2022, and he had a $12,000 day a couple days ago. Risk management question: is it better to compound your account every day and increase trades, or keep the trade amount the same? Great question. So is it better? This is what I tell people. Okay, is it better to compound your account or keep your trade amount the same? So if I'm understanding your question correctly, this is the answer that I would say, right? Understand your risk tolerance. Understand your risk levels, okay? So for my full-time job, I'm in risk and controls. So I always think about the risk, and I always think about things I can put in place to protect me from myself, right? So I know, for example, say if I'm trading with $10,000, right? I feel comfortable trading with $10,000. But when I start getting to $20,000, I start getting antsy, I start getting fidgety, and I start putting in more money than I should. Then I open up myself to lose more money, right? So I have a control in place and mentally in my mind stating, Chris, when your account gets to $20,000, you take out $10,000. Or I invest that $10,000 into some 2-year contracts or something of that nature, okay? Because I don't want to have I really don't want to have more than $20,000 in my trading, in my actual stock option trading, day trading account. So you just have to know yourself, right? That's why I tell you, know yourself, know what works for you. And if it works for you, perfect. But if you're someone that says, hey, I can trade a lot of money, listen, keep letting that thing compound. But if you someone that say, hey, I cannot trade with this much money, I'm gonna end up putting the whole thing on one trade. Listen, take the money out, find you a nice control level where you feel comfortable trading it with that amount, and take your money out right there. That's a great question. Great risk management question. Somebody said, did Thinkorswim switch over to Charles Schwab? I'm getting ready to plug back in. Yes, they did. What's going on, Mr. Andrews? What's going on, Willie Andrews? Yes, it did. Charles Schwab purchased. Charles Schwab bought out Thinkorswim. Charles Schwab bought out Thinkorswim. How you doing, Mr. Andrews? Long time, brother. What's the difference between buying a contract and just hopping on a trade? Buying a contract and hopping on a trade. I'm not understanding that question. React that question, King KMO. React that question so I can have a better understanding of it. Spies, he's about 450, to my spy. I believe that's what might be with spy. Great advice. I need to follow that advice and have blown up my account writing that down. Exactly. If you're taking money out, you're in a good place. Either taking money out or investing that money into a different a long-term play. What you looking at back here, man? What you got your eyes glued on, man? You ready to get a bottle and go to bed? Ready for your bottle and go to bed? Let's see. Exit position question. Do you exit at a percentage or a key level position? Great question. I focus more so on so let's put it like this. I focus at key level positions, but I would be lying to you if I told you I did not focus on percentages as well. So before I get into any trade, I know where I want to get in at, and I know where my exit point is at. So say, for example, I say I want to get in if it's say, for example, let's hypothetically speaking, right? SPY's at a 400 level, right? I say I want to get in when I get at the 400 level, and I want to get out when I get to 402, right? So if I get in at the 400 level, I know my exit point is 402 because that's the next key. For example, for this example, that may be the next key level, right? But if I get to $400.95, I may just go ahead and take my profit there and get on out, and it could potentially still go up to that key level, but I'm happy with my profits, and I'm going to take my profits there. Or what I normally do is I normally set a stop loss at the place that I say, okay, I'm comfortable with my profit right here. I would set a stop loss right there, and then if the stock stops me out, once it breaks past it, and then the stock stops, if it stops me out, I just take the profit. If it keep going up, I move my stop loss up with it, okay? Or if you got like 5 contracts, you can sell 3 or 4 contracts and keep one runner. Okay? Whichever one. Multiple ways to do it. So to answer your question, starting off, I look at the key levels, but in the midst of the trade, while I'm actually trading, I normally take profits well before the key level. Great question. What is the difference between buying a contract and entering a trade without buying the contract? Hope you understand. Entering the trade without buying the contract. I don't know, King. I think I'm seeing what you're saying, but it ain't. That's the second part is throwing me off when you said buying without. Buying without. That part's throwing me off. That part's throwing me off. What's up, man? So that second part is what's throwing me off. Do you buy in the money or do you buy out the money strikes and wait for the security to get to the strike price? Man, listen. He just asked the question. Now listen, everybody, this is the nugget. I'm about to go crazy. We about to go crazy on this one. I love this question, right? So he asked the question, do you buy in the money or do you buy out the money contracts? Everybody, I'm telling you this and I'm telling you this right now. You will make more money buying out the money contracts. You will save money and I see what you're saying. Okay, I got you. Yeah, you will save money buying out the money and you will make more money buying out the money. Okay? Now, When I first started off, I used to start off buying right at the strike, right at the right at in the money. That I normally used to buy the first one that's in the money, right? So normally it's around like a 50-cent delta. But now, for example, if I want a 50-cent delta, instead of me buying one 50-cent delta contract, I will go out the money and I might buy 5 10-cent contracts. Okay? And I'm getting the same delta, making the same money, but I'm paying less money for it because that 50-cent delta that's in the money, say for example, if that one costs $3, right? Costs $3. So if I buy, it costs $3, right? But if I buy out the money, I might spend $1.50 or $1.75 for 5 contracts with the exact same delta. Crazy. And then you say, Chris, how does it make more money? But because you got the same delta, so it's gonna be the same amount of money. Well, look at this. Over time, as your delta goes up, say your delta goes from 50 cents and it goes out to 1. Boom. You got a 1, right? 1 delta. But if I got 5 contracts, I can get 5 contracts to go to a 1 delta. Now that's a 500 delta. See what I'm saying? So over time, buying more contracts at a lower price will make you more money. That's why I never buy in the money. Never buy in the money. That was a great question. Take a couple more questions. What do you prefer, short stocks or long position? Both. But what I normally do is I buy long-term option contracts, right? Have some shares, but at the same time, I buy short-term contracts, option contracts, and long-term option contracts. So I buy a 2-year contract on options, and I buy a 3-month or 2-week, whatever contracts in it as well. Do you do OTDE? Nope. Do I do 1 DTE? Nope. Do you do 2 DTE? No. Will not. Do not. I do not. Okay. I do not do the 0 DTE. I used to starting off because it was a lot cheaper, but no, now I do not. Even if I'm going to day trade, I'm still buying. If I'm day trade, I'm still buying 3 to 4 weeks out now. What delta is 50-cent delta high? 50-cent delta on the all products tab, you can get a 50-cent delta. Whatever it goes. The highest delta is a 1 delta. Wheel price. So if the strike price at 245, explain that, Will. You talking to me? You talking to somebody in the chat? Let me know. So no, I do not do 0 DTEs. What do answer that question? Okay. On Thinkorswim platform, there's a section where you buy contracts, and there's another section where you can just join without actually buying a contract, right? You can get so you can get on Thinkorswim without buying anything at all. You can just be on Thinkorswim. You don't have to buy anything. You can do paper money, and you can buy fake. You can buy use fake money and buy into the stock market. That's an option. But I think I still may be missing you though. Chart time frame question. What chart do you use? If I'm day trading, I use the 1 hour, 15 minutes, and the 5 minute. If I'm swing trading, I use the 1 year. Use the 1 year, 1 week, 1 year, 1 day. I mean, a 3 year, 1 week, 1 year, 1 day, and I use the 4 hour as well for swing trades. But for my day trades, I'm using the 1 hour. I'm using the 15 minute. I'm using the 5 minute, and I enter in on the 15-minute time frame for a day trade. I want to learn, but where do I start? If you want to learn and start, comment the word mastermind. I'm having a 5-day mastermind, December the 4th through December the 8th. In this mastermind, I'm gonna show you, start you from the very beginning. I'm gonna take you to an advanced level. Okay, you're still gonna take doing your due diligence to learn. To go back and watch the videos, watch the recordings, and all that stuff. But when this 5-day live mastermind, we go crazy. So if you want to learn, I would tell you take somebody's course. And my next course is the 4th through the 8th. If you don't take mine, just take somebody's. Because this skills that everybody should know this skill, have this skill set in their back pocket. Everybody. Uh, he's talking about a delayed buy. You can set a time on the strike when you want to enter. Yeah, so yeah, you can do a delayed buy if you want to. So say for example, if the stock price is at 400 and you want to wait till you get to 390 to buy, you can put an order in to put an order in once you get to 390 for it to buy immediately for you. Yep. You can definitely do that. You can get it like you can get in and you said you go out the money, right? So if the next strike price is no, got you. Don't think about strike price, everybody. Listen, strike price is not important at all when trading stock options. The strike price is not important at all. The only reason the strike price is important for us for people who trade stock options is so we can. So if I say, "Hey, what's up, Will? What strike price? What strike price you in?" You can tell me, or what contract you in. You can say, "Hey, I'm at the 245 strike price." That's the only reason strike price is important for us. Okay? Because for one, the other reason strike prices would be important for someone else is because if you want to actually buy the contract, buy the actual stocks, that's another reason why it'd be important for you. But if you're not buying the stocks, strike price is not even important. Don't even waste your time thinking about it. If we've been in the mastermind, can we come to the next one to brush up? Yeah, definitely. If you've already taken the mastermind this year, you get free access to all the masterminds. So what I do is the week before the mastermind, a week before the mastermind, I send out an email. Yeah, the week before the mastermind, I send out an email to everybody, to all the old participants, and you just fill out that email, then you get free access, free VIP access to the mastermind. I like that you answer questions. Do you do the same in the Discord? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Can candle entry question. Enter the candle while it's still running or wait for it to close? Great question. It depends. It depends on the setup, right? It definitely depends on the setup. You got to think about it's so many things, it's so many factors that go into that question. The safest bet is wait till it close, but sometimes waiting for it to close, you can miss out on a lot of money, right? But it's a lot of things that go into that question. Because say for example, if the previous candlestick, say for example, the previous candlestick is a big boy red candlestick, right? And then the next candlestick opens up and it goes above 50% of that previous red candlestick. If it bounces back up, right, and goes above that 50% of that previous candlestick, that's a signal right there that, hey, this stock market maybe can start going back up, right? And you can possibly let me wait and see if it closes right above that 50% level. That'd be a smart idea because it can definitely shoot up and then wick right back down, then you stuck like Chuck, right? But yeah, it's a lot of things in there. Do you offer Discord membership? No, I do not offer Discord membership. Only people I offer Discord membership to is people that took the mastermind. The reason why I do that is this. This is the reason why I do that. A lot of people ask me, Chris, how do I get into your Discord? How do I get into the Discord? You have to, if you have not taken the mastermind, you cannot get into the Discord. The reason why is because I do not want to bring you into a Discord or bring you into a group of people and you have not went through our training yet. But you can say, well, Chris, I can go through your training and watch the trainings there. But then if you're going through the trainings and watching the trainings there, you're going to have questions, and then all your questions may not get answered, and then you may get stressed out and may get, may get stressed out and get and get what's disgruntled or something, and not disgruntled looking for, but you may get unmotivated, right? Because you feel like you're stuck at a certain place. That's why I tell people a Discord is not a place to, in my opinion, this is just my personal opinion, everybody. A Discord is not a place for a newbie. What you talking about, man? A Discord is not a place for a newbie of someone who has never traded before. If you go into a Discord and you've never traded before, I personally believe you set yourself up for failure. Just my thoughts. Well, what you talking about? You say it's time to go? You said I've been live for 40 minutes. It's time to go. You want your bye-bye? You want your bye-bye? Huh? You want your bye-bye? Hmm? Hmm? All right, couple more questions. We're going to get out of here. Can Candace injury? Let's see. Appreciated perfume in the bottle. Any other questions before we get out of here? What's your win rate percentage? I'm probably around a 70%, 70 somewhere around 70% win rate. The reason why people are like, oh, Chris, you had a 70%. I heard this man say a 30. They was at an 80, 90% win rate. That's great, right? I use tight stop losses. Okay, I use tight stop losses. This thing about a win rate. The question, so the actual question is not to ask what's your win rate. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you why. When people say, what is your win rate? The reason why the question is not to ask people what is your win rate is because of this. In a 5-day week, if I win 4 days and I make $400, right? On 4 days, I make $500. But on that Friday, I lose $700. My win rate is great. I won 4 days and I lost 1 day. So I was 4 for 1. That's a great win rate. But when it comes to the profit, I won 400 or 500 in those 4 days, but I lost 700 in that 1 day. The numbers don't add up. The numbers doesn't add up, right? The numbers don't add up. Some people say 7% win rate is decent. It could be a lot better, honestly. You know, it can be a lot better. I take a little bit more losses because of my stop loss. I carry tight stop losses, so I may get stopped out and boom, boom, boom. You see what I'm saying? But when I'm getting stopped out, I'm protecting myself from taking a major loss, right? So somewhere around that 70, somewhere in the 70s, high 60%, I would say. Does price and volume help determine the supply and demand zones? Not determined, no. A supply and demand zone is not determined by price and volume. It's strictly determined by breaking of structure and break of structure from a particular area. Okay. Hey Chris, will we be able to be in the mastermind if I took the class 2021, 2022? So Didi, no. If you took the class back in 2021, 2022, that was the 3-day course. The mastermind now is 5 days. Right? It's a 5 day, so you have to re-register for this one. But once you register for the 5-day class once, you have unlimited access to it, DD. How you been, DD? Long time. Any other questions? So yeah, that's a great question, Sensei. No, but volume and price does not determine a demand zone. How many trades do you take per day? Do you trade until you win? No. Okay. I have a model I go by, so I'm gonna give y'all a quick overview of my model. Listen up very close. Listen very close. Right. If this is my trading strategy or how many trades I can make a day. I do not take more than 3 trades in a day. Okay. Do not take more than 3 trades in a day. If my first trade is a winner, I'm able to make a second trade. I'm only able to lose 10, 10, 15, I think it's 10%, 10 or 15%, one of them, 10% of whatever profit I made off of my first trade. So if my first trade, I made $1,000, right? On my second trade, no, it's 20%. On my second trade, I can only lose 20% of the profit from my first trade. So that means I can only lose, what, $200. So I'm guaranteeing myself somewhere around $800 profit, okay? So if I win my first one, lose my second one, I only can lose 20%. Then I'm able to take a third trade as well, and I'm only willing to lose 10% of my profit from that first trade, or whatever's left over. So I got $800 left over. I only can lose 10% of that $800, so I only can lose $80 on my third trade, and that's guaranteeing me above more than 70% of my trade. $700 on that trade, okay? If I lose my first trade, right? If I lose my first trade, I can make my second trade. Okay? If I lose my second trade, I cannot trade anymore for the rest of the day. So if I lose 2 trades in a row, I'm done trading. Close my computer. Because that third trade is going to try to be, I'm going to try to get it all back in that one trade, and I'm going to mess around and hurt myself. Okay? If I lose my first trade, win my second trade, I can make my third trade. If I win my first trade, win my second trade, I can make my third trade. Okay? So in other words, I can make my third trade almost in every scenario, except for when I lose my first and lose my second trade, then I cannot trade. Okay? That's my game plan. Do I break it sometimes? Yes, I do break it sometimes. Okay? But going into it, I go in with that understanding of that. Listen, this is what I'm going to do. This is what's going to keep my risk management intact. This is what's going to make my risk and control strong. Okay? Comment the word mastermind if you guys want to learn how to trade stock options. December 4th, December 8th. How many trades? Oh, I just answered that question. Thank you for all the tips. This will be great for my bot. Dope. That's dope. Any other questions before I get out of here? Oh, you baby boy, you baby. You a baby. You're a baby. Oh. All right. You get in the Discord chat. Do I still? Yes, you still have you have unlimited access to the previous class, DD. Yep, you have Yeah, you have unlimited access to the previous classes, DD. How often do you trade spot SPX? All day, every day. All day, every day. All day, every day I trade spot SPX. When trading supply and demand, how far below or above you give? Great question. Inspire unlimited success. Great question. Listen, that's a great question. So are you saying when it breaks? I think you're saying when it breaks through, let's use the demand zone, for example. When it breaks through a demand zone, a big boy candlestick comes down, break through a demand zone. How much time do you give it before you say, okay, it's over? Great question. If I'm in a call position or wanting to get into a call position, the candlestick breaks through my demand zone. What I do is, it's crazy, right? Well, not necessarily crazy. I wait for the candlestick to close before exiting my trade. Okay, if I don't have, for example, if I do not have a stop loss set, right? I wait for the candlestick to close before closing my position. Okay, that's on the 15-minute time frame. The reason why I do this is because when it breaks through a demand zone, it may be some buyers somewhere underneath that demand zone to buy it right back up and push it right back into that demand zone. You see what I'm saying? So I want to see that happens. Now, if it closes on a 15-minute time frame, if it closes outside of that demand zone, I'm about to hit my button to get out. But at first, I want to see if that next candlestick that opens up, if it starts off green, I'm being patient. If it starts off red, I'm going to go ahead and get out and take that L. Okay? That's a great question. Oh, it's coming, Miss Tammy. It's coming very, very, very soon. It's coming very, very, very soon. Any other questions before we get out of here? Let's see. Any other questions before we jump out? Y'all got some great questions tonight. Great questions tonight. Good questions. See, a lot of you guys been practicing. You've been in the books. Good stuff. Remember, December the 4th through December the 8th is the next mastermind. If you're somebody that's new, that has never traded before, or you're somebody who just want to try to enhance your trading skills, let me know. I got stopped out of Tesla shorts today, then it bled. Hey, that's what it happens, man. It happens. Supply equals sellers, demand equals buyers. Exactly. Yep. I see you've been studying, Miss Tammy. I see you've been studying. I love it. I love it. Any other questions before I get out of here? You ready, man? Huh? You ready? We'll get a bottle? Huh? And get in the bed? What time is it? 11 o'clock? It's past your bedtime, man. Huh? All right. Do you watch SPX to see what spy next mind? So they do the same. They make the same moves. So Will, Spy and SPX, whatever Spy does, SPX is the exact same thing. It's the same. It's basically the same thing, right? They do the exact same thing. But I actually, so what I do is I trade. This is a foreign language. Michelle Hobbs, it really is. That's the beautiful thing about it. It's a foreign language. But once you understand this foreign language, you're gonna be like, holy crap. What is quiet? What's quiet mode on Instagram? It's a quiet mode on Instagram now. So Miss Michelle Hobbs, you're absolutely correct. But once you learn this skill set, like for example, look at Miss Tammy. Miss Tammy took my last mastermind, right? To her, before that, to her, I'm sure it was a foreign language. And now you see she put supply equals sellers and demand equal buyers. That means she's been studying. That means her thought process is changing about this. So right now, Miss Michelle Hobbs, this is a foreign language for you. But come January, February 2024, you can be like, man, let's go. You'll be like, let's go. And it's beautiful. Something you can do every day for the rest of your life. Oh, Tomas, you locked in, Tomas. You listen. You can't fall behind. You cannot fall behind. And Jada's gonna send me send my calendar link to you. Send the calendar link to you so we can have that meeting. You can't fall behind at all. The stock market is not going anywhere. It's gonna be here forever. All right, everybody, listen. Y'all have a good one. You guys have a good one. Yes, December the 4th through December the 8th, Miss Hobbs. To register, the link is in my bio. The link, not my bio, but the link is in the description box of this video right here. Okay? So listen, everybody, listen. Y'all have a good one. All praise to the Most High. Things that I have coming up, everybody, not Wednesday, but this Sunday, having a free masterclass for any and everybody. Just type in webinar on Instagram if you want to be a part of that free masterclass. Then on December the 4th through December the 8th is the next 5-day mastermind and the last mastermind of the year, everybody. Let's get ready for 2024. Also, if you have a business that you guys want, if you have a business and you want to learn how to grow your business, also hit me up on Instagram as well with the word business, and I will help you grow your business, okay? So listen, everybody, you guys have a good one. All praise to the Most High. Have a good evening. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. You ready, bud, man?